One man, two victims, and two tasty treats turned deadly. A story of how mathematics, DNA, dog hair, and a serial number brought down the Creme Pie Killer.
Shrimp.
Tig Biddies was an exotic dancer for the local San Antonio nightclub, Chicas Locas. It was Wednesday and her shift had ended at 2 a.m. When she didn't come home that night, her boyfriend, Wolfgang Edric, reported her missing.
I just got home from my other girl's strip club that night, and I thought for sure she was gonna be okay. But when my boo-tang didn't walk through that door, I knew something was up. You know what I'm saying?
Police first suspected Wolfgang had something to do with the disappearance, but he had a strong alibi. His other girlfriend, Candy.
Yeah, I was with Wolfgang last night. You know, we were dancing, drinking, partying, doing our thing. And then he says he has to go see his main girl, Tig Old Biddies. And then he went home, and she never came home.
Police then went back to Chicas Locas to see if anyone had seen Tig before her mysterious disappearance. The police talked to Torque Johnson, owner of Chicas Locas, who reportedly saw Tig last.
I've owned this strip club since I was 12. Never have I ever seen anything happen like this to one of my girls. The night Tig disappeared, I saw her leave with a white male in a green Jeep. On the front of the Jeep it says Lil Peen.
Once we checked the security footage at Chicas Locas, we saw the car the owner was talking about. It was a 2007 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. It was kind of strange that it had the word Little Peen written on the front.
Investigators used a mathematical procedure to narrow down their suspect pool. First, they got the population of San Antonio, which is roughly 1.5 million. Then they multiplied it by 0.5, which is the percentage that is male. Then they multiplied that by 0.226, which is the percent of white people within San Antonio. Then they multiplied it by 1 over 2,000, which is the percent of people that own a green Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. After multiplying these values together, you find that there's roughly 100 people in San Antonio who match the description of the suspect and own the car. However, out of these 100 people, there's only one Lil Peen. Investigators sent out the description of the car and suspect to local police stations. Within an hour, a young white male was pulled over in a green Jeep Wrangler Rubicon with the words Lil Peen written on the front bumper.
Once we pulled the suspect over, we immediately took him into custody. His name was Christoph Baltermat, and he had an unusual criminal record.
Christoph Baltermat, also known as Lil Peen, had a history of kidnapping charges. However, Lil Peen never raped or hurt the people he kidnapped, just wanted someone to talk to. Once he was taken into custody, he was questioned by investigators. His alibi was weak, stating that he and Tig just drove around until he dropped her off at a nearby gas station. However, while Lil Peen was in custody, Tig's body was found in a remote area by an unlikely investigator, Tony Rigatoni. Tony is an FBI triple agent, entrepreneur, Olympic gold medalist, SEAL Team 6 leader, and restaurant owner.
It was on my usual 7-mile sprint at 3 in the morning when I found a body. You know, I had been studying Tig's case, but me finding a body, it was purely coincidence. Or was it? It's Tony Rigatoni.
Tig had bruises and scratches on her body, indicating signs of restraint. Stuffed in her mouth was a cream pie, which detectives later discovered was the cause of her death. The snack blocked Tig's airflow, tragically ending her life. Who knew the taste of a cream pie could be so bitter?
Tig's case was a strange one. We didn't have a lot of evidence to work with at that time. The only thing we had was the murder weapon. A cream pie.
One of the first things I noticed was the cream pie in Tig's mouth. Had a perfect bite in it. A perfect little bite. So naturally, you know, I took out my DNA collection kit and I took some samples from the saliva on the bite marks.
The DNA was sent back to the FBI headquarters and entered into the CODIS database. There was no matches. Investigators then took a sample of Lil Peen's DNA, and the results were also inconclusive.
Man, free little peen, you know what I'm saying? Like, I told them pigs that wasn't me, and that wasn't me. I was right the whole time. I was just doing my thing, hanging out with tig old biddies, you know what I'm saying? We're drinking, smoking, partying, doing the huge, and then the cops comes up and they saying it's me. Nah, son, free little peen. I don't even like cream pie. I ain't cream pie nobody, you know what I'm saying? That ain't me. All right, 10-4.
Investigators found themselves at a dead end. They had the killer's DNA, but no matches. A day after Tig's death, the police found what they feared most: another victim at a nearby park. A man named Giovanni Fettuccini.
I love Giovanni. He was like a brother to me. I was his daughter's godfather. Now I'm a father. This case is now personal.
At this crime scene, we found the same murder weapon, a cream pie. It was blocking the victim's airflow with a single bite taken out. But we also found some new evidence. Tony Rigatoni was inspecting the body when he found little white hairs.
Holy rigatoni. Dog hair. Now we knew we had to act fast before this sick cream pied another victim.
Days later, a woman, whose identity shall remain unknown, says she was walking to her car at a nearby shopping center when a man tried to shove a cream pie in her mouth. Luckily, she had pepper spray and was able to ward off the killer. When she sprayed him with the pepper spray, it caused the attacker to drop his box of cream pies. Using the serial number on the box of cream pies, detectives were able to trace the location and time of where the cream pies were bought. This new breakthrough led investigators to a nearby H-E-B.
When we checked the security footage at H-E-B, we found something awfully suspicious. There was a man filling his cart to the brim with cream pies. Nobody buys that many cream pies unless you're having a cream pie party.
Investigators checked the receipts at the H-E-B and found that a man named Alejandro Sabertooth had purchased the cream pies using his credit card. The credit card led them to the suspect's address where he was taken into custody. Alejandro's DNA matched the DNA from both crime scenes. Also, his dog, Debbie, had microscopically similar hair to the dog hair found at the second crime scene. This evidence was enough for the jury to sentence Alejandro to death. On the day of Alejandro's execution, he had one final wish. For his last meal, he wanted a Little Debbie's cream pie.